Whose side are you on, sailor?
Side of the strongest.
That's no answer. What is your name?
I'm Corto Malteze, a friend of Pat Finnegan.
Banshee, the auxiliaries. Let's get out of here.
Run along. I'll hold them up for as long as I can.
Over there, Major, on the square. Watch the windows, you moron. Too late. They've been roasted alive. Hey, you. Back against the wall. Back off.
Easy. This has nothing to do with me. I heard the sound of an explosion, so I came to see what was going on, that's all.
Don't try pulling a fast one.
I'll knock your teeth out.
Lower your gun, O'Hara. Papers, please. You were born in La Valette and you reside in Antigua. You're a long way from home.
These things happen.
And obviously you didn't see anyone.
No one at all, obviously.
You're very lucky. You could well have died tonight.
Not a chance. I hadn't decided that my time had come.
Uh-huh. Let's go and check out the docks.
How's that, sir? You mean we let him go?
You heard me.
We should have blown his brains out.
What are you looking for in Ireland?
I'm after the leprechaun's pot of gold.
How will you find it?
I'll find it the day I meet a young girl crying on the bank of a river. Sinn Féin.
Yeah, she said it all right. Sinn Féin, ourselves alone. Welcome to Ireland, Corto Malteze. Good to meet you. I'm Seamus Hogan. We got your message 2 weeks ago.
Who killed him?
2 months ago, O'Sullivan ordered the auxiliaries to execute him. Let's go back. Pat was a true leader. He managed to organize the rebellion. After he fell under the auxiliaries' bullets, he became a hero. His death turned our rebellion into a revolution.
Who are the auxiliaries?
They're mercenaries hired by the English, commanded by Major O'Sullivan, an Irishman who sold himself to the crown.
Who's the new leader of Sinn Féin?
It's Sean Finnegan.
Is he?
Pat's brother. He's waiting for us.
Corto, welcome.
How are you, Sean?
Lads, this is Corto Malteze. He knew Pat, and he's a friend of Sinn Féin. He organized the last arms shipment.
Glad to have you with us.
What's the news, Sean?
It's a bloody disaster. The English captured Brennan. We don't know where he's detained, and they'll probably soon execute him. But we'll do all we can to save him.
Just like he saved Pat?
Don't be too quick to judge. There's a lot you don't know. One day I'm going to have to tell you the whole story, but not today.
Who's singing?
Banshee, Pat Finnegan's wife.
Black is the night, black is the daylight.
You're right. It was lovely. Lovely.
Welcome to Ireland, Corto Malteze. I'm really sorry about last night. I didn't even know what you looked like, although Pat often talked about you. I'm Banshee O'Dannon.
I didn't know Pat had got married since we last met. Tell me if there's anything I can do.
All I want is to avenge him.
That's what I'm here for.
I heard some music from the street. Everything all right, Sean?
It was until you walked in. You know there's no place here for traitors.
How dare you come in here? He's Pat's murderer, and you all stand by doing nothing. You murderer!
Stop it, Banshee. Calm down.
The first one to move will keep Tim Brennan company. He's going to be hanged tonight at Greenbridge. Hello, sailor. Nice to see you again.
You heard what he said. Tim Brennan will be hanged tonight. There isn't much time. Let's send word to Greenbridge. Hogan, you shall lead the attack.
But there's a problem, Sean. The English have covered their trucks with metallic nets. When they throw bombs or dynamite on them, they bounce off.
We should get nearer the trucks.
But that's impossible. We'll all be sitting ducks.
The best way would be to send someone in front of the trucks to make them stop.
A good idea, like a woman with a cart. Or maybe a kid. He'll pretend to faint, and when the convoy stops, that's when we pounce.
Yeah, right. That's easy for you to say. You don't have a way for kids.
The English are cold-blooded bastards, but they're no fools. This trick has been used so many times, it'll never work.
What we do then? We just charge right in.
It'll take a lot of men. We're sure to lose some.
You're right there, Hogan. We do have a problem.
Here's the solution.
Fish hooks.
Strong enough for sharks. Tie them to the bombs, and they'll stick to the trucks.
Shark hooks, I like it. What do you think, lads?
Fantastic idea.
Yeah, I like it. Good idea. Good.
All settled then. You take 11 men along with you. You'll need them.
Well, it's time to go, friends.
We have a hideout near the docks. You can stay there until you leave us. Banshee will show it to you.
Banshee. Isn't that name unlucky?
You might say that. Banshees are Irish spirits who bring bad luck to whoever sees them.
Do you really think you bring bad luck?
Only to the English, Corto. To the English and to those who betray the people and its revolution, like O'Sullivan.
What's the story about him?
As unlikely as it seems today, he used to be a friend. Pat Finnegan's friend and my friend, too. They were both in love with me. One day, O'Sullivan asked me to marry him. It made me very happy and proud. I loved him deeply, but when the rebellion started, he sold out to the English. You know the rest.
Yeah. You decided to marry Pat Finnegan. Out of spite.
Well, yes, that may have been the case in the beginning, but then I really grew fond of him. Oh, what's the point of stirring up old memories?
I'm not stirring, I'm listening. You needed to talk. It happens sometimes.
I don't think it happens to you very often.
Oh, yes, it did happen to me. A long time ago.
You're like an old dog. You go away and hide to lick your wounds, isn't that so?
Hey, you two.
Aren't you Banshee O'Dannon?
Not at all. My name's Moira.
Whatever you say, it's the same thing. It's you they want in Dublin. You were seen near an armored car in flames last night.
Me, you say?
Was that the only way?
They would have tortured us to make us talk.
I guess you're right, but it's always strange to see someone die when he's not expecting it.
What are you doing?
I'm preparing a little surprise for O'Sullivan.
Perfect. Congratulations, Lieutenant. Get Major O'Sullivan in here. I have good news, Major. Hogan, the Sinn Féin rebel, was killed while he and his men were attacking our convoy on the way to Green Bridge.
Was this the convoy transporting Tim Brennan?
Precisely that one, Major. Except that instead of Brennan and his escort, the truck was transporting dummies. I'd love to know what Hogan thought when he discovered that he'd been set up. But I guess I'll never know now, because our men took a good shot at those ruffians.
Sir, that worked out beautifully.
Yes, beautifully indeed. You're right, and all the credit is due to whoever told the rebels about the transfer. The same person who always informs the Irish Revolutionary Army of our plans. Yes, the strange thing is, you see, that only two people knew about this convoy, Major. You and me. Only you and me. And since I'm not the one who told them, Tim Brennan was executed in this very spot this morning. And your friends fell into the trap, Major. Is there anything you would like to say, O'Sullivan?
I regret I only have one life to give to the Irish Revolution.
Lower your gun, Sergeant.
What's going on? That's Major O'Sullivan.
Above all, that was a traitor, a heroic Sinn Féin revolutionary who infiltrated us at the risk of his life. All right, Sergeant, you can get rid of him.
You, hold on. I've never seen you before.
O'Sullivan? Think you can get up? What's down there?
What the hell is going on in here?
It's top secret. Colonel King is not to be disturbed under any circumstances. Stand on guard until I come back. No hard feelings, guys. You've been doing quite a bit of killing, too. Time to get rid of this uniform. How are you doing, Sean?
How do you think I'm doing? We lost Hogan and 11 lads. Thank you anyway for what you did. But it won't bring them back.
I was with O'Sullivan when he died. I'd like to understand.
It's a pretty sad story. Sad and pathetic.
Since I got here, everything's been sad and pathetic.
The only real traitor among us was Pat Finnegan, my own brother. And I'm the one who found out about it.
I find it hard to believe. Pat Finnegan always fought against the English. He believed in an Irish Republic.
The only thing he believed in was money. And thanks to him, the English got to execute all our historic leaders. But to all revolutionaries, Pat was a hero. If the truth had ever come out, it would have been the end of our whole movement. The people had made so many sacrifices. We couldn't let them down. So O'Sullivan organized his arrest and had him executed when Colonel King was away from Dublin. Since then, all the Irish have hated him, but it also aroused Colonel King's suspicions. When he killed Pat, O'Sullivan had signed his own death warrant. He was the true hero, but no one will ever know it. Farewell, Corto Malteze.
Who else knows the true story?
Only Colonel King, whom you killed. No one else knows. Not even Banshee. By the way, you'll find her on the beach.
Listen. This is the music that Merlin heard when he left with Morgan Le Fay in search of the magic sword. It's the wind blowing through the bones of this whale skeleton. And it was to reproduce that sound that was so special to him that Finn MacCool, the Fianna warrior, invented the first harp. The very first harp of Ireland. The very first... I'm sorry, I'm talking nonsense. Are you leaving, Corto?
Yes, I am. Do you want to come along?
My name is Banshee. Remember? I was bad luck to the two men that I loved. I cannot risk it with a third one. And Ireland still needs me, and all the others. Farewell, Corto Malteze.